Hey there, lovely souls. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to really just share after doing my Ignite Your Inner Pussy Power session. I had some beautiful, powerful women step into that space, into this space that I've held. And the interesting thing is, they probably don't even know that. And but they subconsciously, consciously have chosen to step into the unknown, to step into a space that is opening up new opportunities, to open up a part of themselves that have probably denied for possibly all their life. And it's what I have to really keep remembering and reminding myself basically of these events, these sessions that I hold as a group, where I do put hands on to ground and to help people to really be in their bodies, but it's through breath, guided through, to know that you're held, to know that your body is held and that you're safe and someone's holding that space for you to feel that, but also to be able to connect to your body and to change pathways of thought purely through choice, intention setting, connection and breath, and making those choices, those neural pathways that are healing your body. And it's powerful stuff. And because normally I do work one-to-one, and I know I'm channeling in a whole load of power to come through people with ease and grace. It's not an explosion, it's what people need at that time. However, I really see me one-to-one holding that space, and has significant, as well as the touch that involves, and is very powerful. Yet in these group sessions, they're equally powerful. And and this is because people are connecting to their power. They're activating their pineal gland. They're connecting into their subconscious mind, the autonomic nervous system. They're bringing into their unconscious body. They are bringing in coherence of their mind and their heart. And when you do that, you bring in all of your energetic bodies together, your physical, your emotional, your mental, your energetics, your spiritual, whatever you want to call it. They're all becoming the chakras as one in a coherence. And you create this very healing flow, like you're connecting into the earth, the electromagnetic field of the earth, the torus field that holds our heart. Our heart's a torus. The blood cells are a torus shape. Our earth is, our electromagnetic field is. You're bringing into this energy that holds you in this pure state of being. The pure, what we see as nature. Not what humanity has created is what we think is our truth. And humanity, or humans of thousands of years, have created somewhere along the lines, we have separated from our truth, which is love, which is joy, which is peace, which is this power. Somewhere along the lines we have created fear to be what feels truth, the separation. And that is the illusion. However, we've created infrastructures on this fear. So every day we are remaining in a matrix of fear, of separation, unless we break those patterns, unless we wake up and start tuning into our subconscious that plays out for 98% of our thoughts and actions. Until we start connecting into that subconscious and going, right, okay, what are your coordinates? Where are you really taking me? What is it that you're creating through my experiences? Is it lack of self-worth, money belief systems, guilt, shame. We can carry that. And this work is about consciously becoming aware of self through being in connection with our bodies. The body's holding us in the state that is pure, that is our earthly connection, our cycle. And we're in the autumn equinox. We're in this huge transition process, which is like a transformation. It's calling us to let go of all these old patterns, these belief systems that hold us in fear and separation, and actually remember that we're nature. And know and remember that power. And actually, that I believe we're like 99.9 cosmos, so we are not the physical. Okay, we are physical, what we see, we're like a denser form of matter. However, everything is connected, and it's how we can break free from that fear, that illusion of separation, and actually remember our power. And leading back to where I started with this is that actually when you give yourself that space, when you allow yourself to pause and breathe and connect and come into the present moment, you can shift many patterns. You come into your power. And I've mentioned this a few times, so it's obviously something that's coming up, is we are such creatures of habit, and we don't like the unknown. We like to think we're in control, which actually we're not really. I know we have free will. However, I think our subconscious, does, like I say, most of the work. So are we really in control? And when we want things to change in our lives, we're looking at it from a perspective of the past. So when we're looking ahead and we want something to change in our lives, we don't know how it's going to happen because we're looking at it from a pattern that's the past. So we can't perceive any differently. We are literally in that tunnel vision because we're not allowing ourselves to have a creative thought process. So we get caught up in the how and therefore don't make changes because we can't see how it's going to work or how is it going to change. Then the only way it can change is by being in the present moment and surrendering and trusting and allowing your nervous system to feel that trust, to feel safe in that calm, in that trust and that surrender. Because otherwise, we might be consciously trying to go, I want this, but the body's like, through old trauma and fears, it's like, no, I'm gonna keep going. And and then we become like separated from ourselves. So we actually become again separated from ourselves, and our nervous systems are fighting and going backwards and forwards, and there's discoherence, which creates illness, pain and disease. So we need to allow our neural system, our primitive mind, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we call it primitive. It's the autonomic nervous system is pretty intelligent, really. However, it's about bringing everything into alignment with our choices and how we wish to feel, and really allow ourselves to embody that. And when we come into that state of trust and surrender, we are opening ourselves up to miracles, to things that can change. And when we let go of the thinking of how it's going to happen, and that's actually what happened when I was creating the Infinity Health Hub for my business. I did not know how I was going to do it, especially as I knew it cost, but I let go of that with the passion and desire for it to change, and trust that it would change or something would happen. And I got funding eventually through my own hard work, but to build it and to create it. However, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was going to happen. I wasn't thinking, oh, the local council's going to come up with something and I can apply for it, blah, blah, blah. You just don't know how, okay? We have to give ourselves that permission to allow those miracles to come in. And thus we have to surrender. Then we have to trust. And whereas before I thought love was the paradox of fear, love, pure love, is an entity on its own, okay? Actually, what it's shown to me recently is that trust and fear of opposites of each other. And grace is like the sliding scale between the two. So it's how much more grace can we be in, how much more trust, how much more in surrender, how much more in flow that enables us to be in alignment and to allow things to come to fruition. And also not to judge other people how we think they're going to behave, and then equally not changing because we don't think people are going to change. So we stay in that position of being unhappy, so nothing changes. Then you've got to lead, because we fear the loss, because we think, well, if I change and they're going to stay stuck as they are because I can't see beyond what's happened in the past, that nothing's going to happen. But you don't know that. You really don't know that. You don't know whether you stepping forward and leading through your heart and through your truth will actually create those maybe shock waves initially, but they're creating a ripple effect to inspire others to do that. And so it's about leading. This came back into me when I was in Sardinia. It's about leading. Don't make assumptions of what I think other people are going to do. Just lead with yourself and lead with your truth, and allow those miracles to take place. So, message for today is recognize how powerful you are. You really don't know how powerful you are. And I don't mean that's powerful as in power over anybody else. It's about your own inner power. And through intention, through choices, through awareness, through visualization, you can create the life that you desire. And you can create the health that you desire. Once we start making intentions and choices, yes, it will show us what's holding us back from that. But that's okay as long as we're aware of that, and then we can call it out and be observant. Like this whole love to heal is about listening, observing yourself, and then through visualization, you create what you desire, and then you become empowered. That's love to heal in a nutshell, really. So lots of love, and thank you for listening. And just take this message that you're much more powerful than you realize, and give yourself your permission to just step into that power just a little bit, just take those little steps. That's all you need to do, those baby steps, and gradually you'll start to leap and bound. But you just got to take those little moments, those little choices, those little steps, and they might seem insignificant, but each time they're taking you towards what you actually desire. All right, so lots of love. Thank you for listening, and have a fab weekend. Take care.